Hello and welcome. As a tech policy analyst, I have been absolutely captivated by how AI is reshaping India's entire workforce. So today, we're going to dive deep into this incredible transformation. We'll look at everything from the immediate kind of seismic shock to certain jobs, all the way to the national strategy that's trying to build a whole new generation of workers.
Okay, so let's start at ground zero for this whole change, the call center. For decades, this industry was the engine of a new Indian middle class, right? Its hum was basically powering the global economy. But right now, that engine is being fundamentally and very rapidly redesigned.
This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? The business process outsourcing industry, or BPO, isn't just getting an update. It's facing a full-on existential crisis. And this is a huge deal for a sector that was once the ultimate symbol of India's tech power on the world stage.
And the scale of this shift, it's just staggering. I mean, look at these numbers. In the early 2020s, the BPO sector was this massive employer with about 4 million people. But a report from Niti Aayog, that's India's main policy think tank, predicts that number could plummet to 1.8 million by 2030. And some experts I've talked to, they think it could drop even lower, maybe below 1 million. We're talking about a potential loss of 3 million jobs in a single decade.
So, why is this happening so incredibly fast? Well, it really just boils down to economics. A human agent costs an employer about $6 an hour. An AI agent? Somewhere between $1.50 and $2. For a business, making this shift can lead to a 5 or even 6-fold increase in revenue. When the numbers are that stark, the transformation becomes, well, economically inevitable.
But here's the thing. This story is so much bigger than just call centers. The disruption we're seeing in the BPO world is really a symptom of a much wider structural shift that's starting to affect roles right across the entire economy.
The national roadmap makes it crystal clear. Any job that's built on routine and repetition is now at risk. We're talking about basic content writers, bookkeepers, data entry clerks, and a lot of assembly line workers. You see the common thread here? It isn't about the industry. It's about the predictable nature of the work itself.
And this is the most crucial point to really get your head around. It's not about machines becoming human, it's about machines taking over predictable, rule-based work. This fundamentally changes where human value comes from. It moves it away from doing those repetitive tasks and towards complex, creative judgment that an algorithm just can't replicate.
So if predictability is being replaced, where does the workforce go from here? This is where India's national strategy comes into play. Instead of just reacting to all this disruption, the government is trying to harness AI as a powerful new engine for economic growth.
It's part of the Viksit Bharat initiative, which is this big vision for a developed India by 2027. The whole goal is to use AI to boost productivity, improve inclusion, and actually create new jobs. The strategy is to stop fearing the disruption and start building the skills and infrastructure to really benefit from it.
And this chart, wow, it just brilliantly illustrates the flip side of the coin, the massive economic opportunity. While some jobs are shrinking, the AI market itself is set for absolutely explosive growth. We're talking about a jump from around $7.6 billion today to over $130 billion by 2032. This is the growth that creates the space for brand new roles and new industries to emerge.
So, how does all this translate into a new playbook for workers? Let's actually look at how specific roles are evolving, because it's not just about jobs disappearing. It's about them transforming into something completely new.
The BPO sector isn't just dying. It's being reinvented as something called agentic process outsourcing, or APO. In this new model, your job isn't answering calls. It's about orchestrating entire AI workflows, validating their output, and advising clients on a strategic level. The focus shifts from human-powered processes to AI-orchestrated services, all managed by humans.
And this evolution isn't just for entry-level jobs, not at all. Take a look at the full-stack developer. The Niti Aayog report details how traditional skills like HTML and database management are now just the starting point. The new, high-value skills, they involve integrating large language models, processing AI-generated code, and implementing AI guardrails to make sure these systems are safe and effective.
So the very structure of our teams is changing. Take a look at this diagram. You see, AI is taking over those repetitive, execution-heavy tasks at the bottom of the pyramid. But that doesn't mean the pyramid just disappears. It means the value and the human focus, it all shifts upwards. The person who's providing the oversight, the strategy, the final judgment, that role becomes more critical than ever. So what does all this mean for you, for me, for the individual worker, for the nation? Well, it points to the rise of a completely new kind of professional, one that's defined not by the tasks they perform, but by the knowledge they possess.
This right here is the key takeaway, the big idea for the future, the gold-collar worker. This is a professional whose value isn't in manual or repetitive labor, but in their specialized brain power to train, manage, and collaborate with AI systems. They provide the judgment, the ethics, and the context that AI completely lacks. In short, they are the ones who teach the AI how to think.
And their toolkit is fascinatingly different. It's not about simple execution anymore. It's about contextual reasoning, understanding the little nuances of a client relationship that an AI can't possibly grasp. It's about adversarial testing, proactively trying to break the AI to find its logical flaws before they cause real problems. And it's about prompt orchestration, managing complex multi-agent AI systems to solve really big problems.
Now, building this new class of worker, it requires a deliberate national effort. And that's where the Niti Aayog roadmap proposes a unified India AI talent mission. The focus is crystal clear: aggressive skilling, reskilling, and embedding AI literacy into the education system from the ground up to get everyone ready for this new reality.
Ultimately, AI replaces the execution of tasks, but in doing so, it radically increases the premium on human judgment. Generating a report is no longer a career, but ensuring that report is accurate, ethical, and strategically relevant, that is the career of the future. And this leaves us with the single most important question as we look ahead. Who is teaching the AI? Because the people who have that answer are the ones who will own the next decade of the economy.